In the previous trigonometry video, we have discussed one trigonometry shortcut where we have found sum of the cosine terms raised to certain powers. So in this lecture video, I am going to teach you another important shortcut which will help you in finding the product of a sine series and also summation of a sine series. So let me begin with finding the product of a sine series. So let's say I want to find out the product sine 2 pi by 7 into sine 4 pi by 7 into sine of 8 pi by 7. So I want to find out the value of this product. Now to find out the value of this product, I will give you an important shortcut. The shortcut that you can use is sine pi by n into sine 2 pi by n into sine of 3 pi by n and so on up to sine of n minus 1 pi by n. So the value of this complete product can be just written as n by 2 to the power of n minus 1. So this shortcut for the sine product will help you in solving this kind of problems. And in addition to this, there are some problems where you have to find the sum of sine terms and you are going to evaluate that using this product. So let me first evaluate this product using this shortcut formula. So in this shortcut formula, we can put some value of n of our choice and get the required desired result. So I am going to put say n equal to 7. So when I put n equal to 7, this is going to reduce to sine pi by 7, sine 2 pi by 7, sine 3 pi by 7. So it goes on till n minus 1. So if n is 7, it goes on till sine 6 pi by 7. So let me write the product. So after sine 3 pi by 7, we also have sine 4 pi by 7 and we also have sine 5 pi by 7 and sine of 6 pi by 7. So putting the same value of an RHS, you are going to get n is 7, so 7 by 2 power 6. So you are going to get 7 by 2 power 6 as the value of this product. Now in this product, we need sine 2 pi by 7, we need this term. We also need sine 4 pi by 7, we need sine of 8 pi by 7. So we do not have 8 pi by 7 here, but pi by 7 and 8 pi by 7 are convertible. So we can of course first find with pi by 7. So let me find out the product with sine pi by 7, sine 2 pi by 7 and sine of 4 pi by 7 first. So how do we do that? Now if you observe, there are 3 additional terms here compared to what we require in the product. So what we can do with this is, you can see that some of the terms are similar here. Why they are similar is, we have another shortcut for that. Whenever theta 1 plus theta 2 equal to pi, if the sum of the two angles is pi, sin theta 2 is same as sin theta 1. So this is one important shortcut. So using this shortcut, you can observe and see that whenever you consider the first and last terms, the angle here is pi by 7, the angle here is 6 pi by 7, the sum of these angles is pi, so I can say that the first term is same as the last term. The same way, if you combine these two terms, that is sin 2 pi by 7, sin 5 pi by 7, the sum of the angles is also pi here, so still sin theta 2 is same as sin theta 1, so I can say that these two terms are same. In the same way, I can combine these two together into a single term. These two are also same because again 3 pi by 7 and 4 pi by 7 are adding to pi. So when they are adding to pi, sin theta 2 is same as sin theta 1, therefore these two are same. So that means 3 terms which are different from this will be same as the remaining 3. Therefore you can just write sin pi by 7, sin 2 pi by 7, sin 4 pi by 7 whole square. This is because all the remaining 3 terms are same as these 3. And this can be written as 7 by 2 power 6. And now to find out the value of this product, you can remove the square and write the square root on the other side. So you will be getting the result as sin pi by 7, sin 2 pi by 7, sin of 4 pi by 7 equal to, basically when you take square root, you will get two answers, that is plus or minus root 7 by 2 cube, that is 8. But out of these two signs, plus or minus, we have to write only one sign. In order to decide that, what we are going to do here is, we will just check the quadrant of the angles. Like pi by 7 is in first quadrant, 2 pi by 7 is also in first quadrant, and coming to 4 pi by 7, this will not be in the first quadrant, it may go to second quadrant. Even if it is in second quadrant, you can say that sine is positive even in second. So therefore the product will be positive into positive into positive. So the first one is positive, second one is positive, third one is also positive. So this product has to be positive, therefore you can remove the minus sign and just write the plus sign. So the value of this product can be written as root 7 by 8. Now once you know this product and this product are similar because these two terms are anyway same, only one term is different. So this can be converted into pi by 7. For example, here I replace this 8 pi by 7 as pi plus pi by 7. We know that sine of 180 plus theta is minus sine theta. So this will be the same thing with a minus sign. So you can write minus sine 2 pi by 7, sine 4 pi by 7 and sine of pi by 7. So using this you can say this answer is root 7 by 8. The value of this product is going to be minus root 7 divided by 8. So this is a very important shortcut which will help you in finding the product of a sine series. And in case you want to derive this shortcut, we actually have to use a concept in complex numbers called nth roots of unity. But as this is a shortcut video, I am not going to discuss in detail. If you need the detailed discussion about this, please do watch my detailed videos on this topic. So this is the first shortcut where I have found the product. Now related to this, I will write down one problem involving the summation with similar type of angles. So let's see how we do that. Say to find out the sum of the series sine 2 pi by 7 plus sine 4 pi by 7 plus sine of 8 pi by 7. Let's say I want to find out the sum of this series. So to find out the sum of this series, I am going to use another shortcut formula, that is, if I name the summation as S, I am going to use a shortcut formula whenever a plus b plus c is pi. So we have a shortcut formula which says that sine 2a plus sine 2b plus sine 2c is equal to 4 times of sine a into sine b into sine c. So this is a standard problem in transformations chapter which we are going to use as a shortcut in finding the summation. Now you observe the angle here is treated as 2a, this angle is treated as 2b, this angle is treated as 2c. If you add these three angles, the sum will be 2 pi, but a plus b plus c is the sum of half of these angles, which is pi. So using this shortcut, I can consider sine 2a as sine of 2 pi by 7 and sine 2b as sine of 4 pi by 7, and I can consider sine 2c as sine of 8 pi by 7. That should be same as 4 times sine of angle a, which is half of this angle, so pi by 7, sine of angle b, which should be half of this angle, that should be 2 pi by 7, and sine of angle c, which should be half of this angle, that is 4 pi by 7. So once I write this product now, already I gave you a shortcut to find out the value of this product. Sine pi by 7, sine 2 pi by 7, sine 4 pi by 7, just now I proved. So the product is root 7 by 8. So writing the product as root 7 by 8, you get 4 into root 7 by 8. So that is equal to root 7 divided by 2. So that's how you get the answer. So basically if you try to solve this problem using the direct method, it's going to take at least one page and you will end up doing it in 10 minutes. But if you are going to use this result as a shortcut, definitely you are able to solve this problem in 1 minute. Right? So to evaluate this summation, first you need to know the shortcut for the product. And in addition to that, you also have to know this formula. If a plus b plus c is pi, sine 2a plus sine 2b plus sine 2c is 4 sine a sine b sine c. So I hope all of you have understood this shortcut. So in case you want to get more shortcuts, please stay tuned for my more videos, and please don't forget to subscribe my videos and also try to share the link to all the students that you know.